Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. This is Gigi on track. Y'all know my name. My name is Gail Gilmore, and I'm on track this morning. Just giving you some morning inspiration. Oh, you know what? I thank God for this morning today. Oh, the humidity is down. It's going to be a beautiful day. Oh, y'all probably say, oh gosh, she just thanks God for everything. I got to thank Him for every little thing because, ladies, as we get older, sometimes you just can't stand a lot of heat. But I thank God for the lower humidity this morning. I just thank God. But it's another beautiful day. But I got a question for you today. And it might sound like a silly question, but I'm going to ask this question. What is your name? What is your name? Now, I'm not really talking about the name that's on your birth certificate or what people call you by, but what is it behind your name? You know, um, especially in biblical times, people name children according to their character or their physical, um, the way they looked and or their temperament. Like Esau, where we studied last week, means red because his skin was reddish and all of that. And, different names. And I was looking at my name, Destiny Child um, sings this song, Say My Name, Say My Name. Well, when people say your name, what do they think of when they call your name? And, sometimes we even have to be careful how we name our children because sometimes it manifests into what you named them. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Jacob, and his original name meant trickster, and he was a grasper and all these other names. And then God changed his name to Israel, and y'all got to tune in tonight to see the full meaning of the word Israel. But it got me thinking because we have been talking about giving glory to the name of Jesus, and we know what his name stands for. So many names for God. But the thing about his names is that his name depicts his character and his actions. When we talk about Jehovah Jireh, yeah, he's a provider. Yeah, when we say Jehovah Rapha, he's a healer. But when people say your name, what does it mean to them? It was funny this morning. I said, I got to just look up and see what Gail means. I was thinking about all three of my names. Okay, Gail. And I looked it up, and it said, Happy God. Happy God, God, capital G-O-D, Father in rejoicing, and a father's joy. It was derived from the name Abigail. And so Gail, it can be spelled G-A-Y-L-E, like I spell it, G-A-I-L-G-A-L-E. But I thought, wow, how did my mom know that, even before I was born and she picked out that name, that I would be one that would have joy in God and I would be my father's joy? Because when I think about my father, Thomas Metley, and that's my middle name, maiden name, and I really rever that name. I honor that name. That's why I always keep that M in my name, because it reminds me of my father, my biological father, how he loved me so much and adopted me into the family just like I was his. And I was my father's joy. I was my father's joy. And then I took on Gilmore when I got married because it showed the connection that I have with my husband. I love the name Gilmore. And I was thinking about our daughter Candy. And my husband said, her daddy said, if I ever have a little girl, and this was before she was even born, If I have a little girl, I'm going to name her Candy because she's going to be the sweetest name I know. And guess what? I'm going to give a shout out to Candy. And people always try to spell her name. Candace. No, it's not Candace. It's Candy. Candy. That's Candy because her daddy said she's going to be the sweetest thing I know. Yes, and she's a sweet girl. She just has such a sweet attitude. She just loves everybody, wants to help everybody. That's Candy. That's her. Her name depicts who she is. But what is your name? What does your name depict when people call your name? That's why people don't name their girls Jezebel. Y'all know why they don't name their girls Jezebel? Y'all know who Jezebel was? People don't call their sons Judas. You know who Judas was? who denied Jesus? No. So it's something important about your name is important. Your name is important. And like I said, not just the name that's on your birth certificate, but the name that God knows you by. Because when He calls your name, He knows the character behind your name. That's like He knew Jacob when He changed Jacob's name to Israel. Oh, y'all need to join me tonight, 7 p.m. on the Gem Nugget channel or Facebook Live. Oh, I can't wait to get into this lesson. And those of you that watch me, I got some homework for y'all. Before you come on and see me tonight, why don't you look up, Google your first name. See what it means. It might be really interesting to see what your name means. Does it match up to your character? Was it something that your parents knew or that God knew that you were named that particular name? You can even comment on here if you like, or you might want to comment tonight when you join me for Church School Live. This is going to be a great lesson. This is going to be a great lesson. I can't wait for you to join in. But anyway, ask yourself that question. What is your name? But you know what? Like Tasha Cobb Leonard says, He knows your name. All right. See you tonight. Bye.